Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So first off, I just want to wish everyone happy 2018. I know it's a little bit late and I just thought that I'd do a recap of 2017 and kind of like hopes and aspirations for 2018. And this is actually like I got the idea because I was going through some planners, like online planners, and while I was looking for like planners for 2018 and then just like organizational like printouts, I came across this worksheet that says the best year, out with the old 2017, in with the new 2018. And this worksheet is actually by Moritz Fine Blog Designs. I'm not sponsored by them in any way, but I just wanted to mention that this is not my original idea, but that this was actually a worksheet from this website. And I'm just going to be going through the things that I've written down here and sharing with you kind of like the highlights based on this worksheet alone. And I thought it might be an interesting perspective into, you know, thinking about looking back into 2017 and looking forward into 2018. Okay, so the first up is two favorite memories. Now the first favorite memory of 2017 has to be the fact that I went on a family trip to Japan, and it's a favorite because it has been such a long time since I've actually gone on a holiday with my family. And usually when we do go on family trips, either one of my brothers would not be able to make it, so it hasn't been a complete family for a while, and I was so happy that we actually made this happen. And it was so much fun. I just got to hang out with my brothers, spend a lot of time bonding with them. Like, it's like rediscovering each other again, because now that we're into adulthood, it does bring a different perspective. And I guess like your relationship amongst the siblings sort of like changes. There's a lot more mutual respect. Everyone's a little bit more mature, although they do tend to still tease me because it's, you know, boys against girls kind of situation for me all the time. And you know, but it was really fun, and I just loved it, and I just look forward to more holidays with my siblings and my family. Also, I also got a chance to get to know my sister-in-law. So we went in May 2017, and April 2017 my younger brother got married, and I wasn't that close to his wife, but after this trip we totally bonded. I got to know her really well, and it's been a really nice way to transit into having a sister-in-law, and just, you know, being able to have girl talk and then just bonding with another sister, which is what I've always wanted, because I am the only girl and it does get a little bit lonely sometimes. But yeah, moving on to my second favorite memory of 2017 has got to be with my children. They're not really my children, but I have this group of children in Batam, and I call them my pineapple kids because the village where they live in is called Pineapple Village. Like, literally translated into English is Pineapple Village, but it's actually Kampung Nanas. That's in Malay. And my favorite memory was actually my birthday, because I actually went there to celebrate my birthday with them. I thought it was a good way to celebrate, you know, and then just be able to do a little bit of like charity work and then just share the joy. But they did a 1-over on me, and they totally surprised me and gave me a surprise birthday party, complete with like poppers and everything. And I was told that they actually spent a couple of months saving up. So it was a whole group of them, and then they saved up 1,000 rupiah every day for I think about a month, 2 months, just so that they can put this together. And it was their way of showing, like, you know, showing their gratitude and thanks and how much they love me, and it totally brought me to tears. And you know, that is one of the best surprises ever, and it's definitely a favorite memory because, you know, I always know that when I go there I give love and I receive love, and it's all just good vibes. And it's, yeah, I don't know if any other birthday could ever top that one, because you know, those kids mean so much to me. Three things I'm grateful for. First one are my friends. I am so grateful for both of my friends that are in Singapore, as well as a couple of friends who are around the world. They're all over the place. And 2017 was really hard on me because it started out like January 2017 started out with the fallout of my boyfriend and me and my ex-boyfriend, and we were supposed to spend 2017 planning for our wedding, which was supposed to be this year, 2018, and that didn't happen. That totally fell through. The whole relationship crashed, and then I just went like, it was a complete phase. And then it was also hard because my brothers both got married, and you know, they kind of brought forward their weddings, so it was really hard on me because my whole plan to plan my own wedding just fell through, and I had to go through my brother's weddings. So it was quite hard, and at the same time I was going through some family rough, you know, there was a rough patch in my family, and then it ended off with my father getting sick. My father had his second stroke, and at the same time, shortly after that, my mom, you know, out of sheer exhaustion, she was hospitalized. So it's been really tough, and my friends have been such a wonderful source of support system, and I really want to give this as a shout out to all of you guys. If you guys follow my channel and you watch my video and you're watching this right now, thank you so much for reaching out. Thank you so much for being there for me, and always, you know, thinking about me and sending me love and support. Yeah, a second thing that I'm grateful for is my boss and basically my work, because they have been pivotal in being so understanding. My boss, I have like the best boss ever, and she's been such an inspiration. She's been mentoring me. She totally understands where I come from, and she gave me the time I needed to recuperate, you know, and recover, because I was getting burnt out by all the things that was happening in 2017. I was really affected. It was one of my lowest years like ever, I feel. The last thing that I am grateful for is all the collaborations that has been coming in. So 2017 was the year that I started receiving requests to do photo shoot collaborations. I received sponsorship you know, requests, and it has been such, you know, a game changer in terms of like how I approach social media and branding and stuff, and it has like really opened up my eyes to like, oh my goodness, there's this new space where you do collaborative shoots, and the partnerships and the friendships that I have made out of it. And if you guys follow me on my Instagram, you will see that my feed has changed somewhat, and I am so grateful for all those opportunities. And yeah, and also I got the opportunity to go back onto the runway with Singapore Fashion Runway. You know, the founders have been so kind to reach out to me, and they asked me to make a comeback, and it's been so much fun because I got to work with people with disabilities, people who are like breast cancer survivors, and meeting a really big bunch of inspiring and strong people, and I think partly that has what, you know, got me through 2017 as well. So I'm really grateful for all of that. Now, next one is one hard lesson I learned in 2017. So the hard lesson that I learned in 2017 is that you never trust a man solely based on his words, but you have to look at his words and see whether it is parallel with his actions. So that was a hard lesson because I learned it first off when, you know, with my past relationship, because, you know, he had proposed, and then he wasn't really into, I realized that he wasn't really planning for it. He just proposed, and then he did not even want to meet my parents, to ask my parents for my hand in marriage officially. So, you know, like they talk, but if not doing or not showing any actions, it's, you got, actions are much louder than words. And I really learned that the hard way, and that was one of the greatest lessons that I learned. One thing I did this year, in 2017, that I'm proud of was that with everything that went on in 2017, it was such a roller coaster ride. I realized that all the challenges I faced further made me more sure of what were my core values in life, and I realized that my core values is family, my faith, as well as finances, and everything that was like thrown at me, all the curveballs that life threw at me in 2017 just further, strengthen my resolve, or like further strengthen my belief that these were my core values, and these are the 3 things that I am going to be, living by, and which governs my life and makes me who I am. And I am very, very happy to know, like, to finally have figured that part out, and to realize that these are the things that I value. Now, in with the new to 2018, first off is 3 places that I want to go. So the 3 places I want to go is, I want to go back to Stockholm, because I really, really miss Stockholm, and more so because I miss my friends there. I have a whole bunch of friends in Stockholm, and I would really, really want to go back, and they've been asking me to go back there during summer to visit them, and I really, really want to make that trip happen. So hopefully I'll be able to do that. Second place that I want to go to is New York, because I have a girlfriend of mine who's doing a 1-year placement in New York, and I thought that that would be like the best chance for me to go over to New York and visit my girlfriend, and just discover the United States of America, because I have never been to that continent at all, and I would really, really want to be able to go and visit it, especially when I have a friend around and who can show me around. And yeah, I just think that New York isn't quite safe to visit alone, so I'm not that daring. So it just helps, the idea that I know someone who's currently in New York right now that I can visit and then kind of like show me around, and like, yeah. And then the third place that I want to go is to Perth, Australia. So last year in November I wanted to go to Perth, but I couldn't make that trip happen for, work and personal reasons. And I was supposed to visit like a couple that I met and became really, really close to when I went on my Europe tour with Kantiki, and now they have given birth to a baby boy. And I would really love to go out to Perth, and I've never been to Perth, to just check it out and then just visit them, and hopefully I will make that happen too. So those are like plans, and we'll see whether it does come into fruition. Now, next thing is, one thing I want to get better at is consistency. Now, I realized that while I haven't been consistent on YouTube, I have been pretty consistent on Instagram because of everything that was going on in my life. I just wasn't feeling up to it to film, and I didn't have the time to film, and I didn't have the energy to film, and I didn't want to put out content just for the sake of putting out content. I want to put out content because I sincerely want to put out good content. And I realized that in being consistent with my Instagram, I had so much traction, and I gained so many followers. I jumped from 500 over followers to now I have over 800 followers, and it's just mind-blowing just how much consistency can work for social media, and I hope to be able to put that into practice in 2018. So two things I am looking forward to. Firstly, I mentioned earlier that I am looking forward to traveling with my siblings now that both of my brothers, like actually all of my brothers, are married, and I hope that we'll be able to travel as siblings, because that's one of the things that I really, really wish, that we grow stronger as siblings, and we bond, and we can spend time, that we click well enough that we can travel as a unit, and then use that time to get closer, know each other, and just chill out and just have fun. And like, friends come and go, but family will always be there. So being able to travel with family, it is one of the best feelings ever. So that is something that I'm really looking forward to. Second thing that I'm looking forward to is growing as a person. I felt that everything that happened in 2017 was very, very challenging, but at the same time, you come out of it a lot stronger if you survive through it and you don't give up. I've been so burnt out by 2017. That's why I'm taking it slow into 2018. I just took the time to just really rest with everything that has happened, and I hope that, you know, I will be able to grow further as a person, because I discovered, or rather I, you know, was made sure of what were my core values in 2017. So I hope to really grow as a person, and as well as grow my channel in 2018. The next thing is 3 new things that I want to try in 2018. Now, the first thing that I want to try is learn how to ride a motorbike, because I do diving, and when you go diving, you're usually out at some like far out resort that is, you know, it's pretty far, it's very difficult, and it's always on islands, and the best way to get around on islands is to ride a motorbike. So I hope to learn how to ride a motorbike, and then which leads me to the next thing that I really want to try, which is motocross. Now, I know that some people have told me that you can learn how to ride motocross without having a motorbike license. I'm not sure. If I could, I would, just, you know, just for the fun of it, to try, and that's something I'm hoping to be able to do. It's really out there, because I am a little bit afraid of motorbikes, because it's flesh wrapping around metal, whereas in a car it's metal wrapping around flesh. So I just want to overcome that fear. And the third thing that I want to try is that now that AJ Hackett has opened up in Sentosa, and that's a bungee jump, they're known for bungee jumps, but I want to try something from AJ Hackett. I'm not a bungee jump person. I don't think I would ever try a bungee jump, solely because it's just too reminiscent of someone who would commit suicide as they jump off a building. So it's just psychologically, I just can't do it. But they always have other kinds of stunts that you can do, and that's definitely something that I want to try, because I have a fear of heights. I don't like being exposed and at a high place, so I hope to be able to do something. And yeah, so which leads me to the last thing, and that is 2 ways I can help others in 2018. Now, this is gonna be a call to action as well. I've already mentioned earlier that I do go to Batam quite often. Actually, I go almost every other month to visit the kids, and I've been doing so for the last couple of years. And the thing is that I am looking for donations for boys' clothes, because I always get female clothing, girls' clothing, and I just feel so like sad that I don't have any like, you know, clothes to bring over for the boys, and I would really hope that I could, you know, be able to do something and help out the boys this time, do something a little bit more with them. I'm a lot closer to the girls, and it is still a very much conservative society there, so the boys and girls, they don't play together, they don't mix. But, you know, like, I just feel like they're always watching on the sidelines, and I just hope that this year I can do something to change it. The second thing that I want to do is I want to try and build a library in the village. So they have like a little school that all the kids go to learn about, it's like an after school daycare center. It's not really a daycare center, it's just like a place where all the kids go to hang out. And I hope to be able to build a library, and I want to bring in like simple English books, children's books, so that they can read and they have material to read and improve their English. I do teach them like a little bit of English, like I do carry out English classes, whenever I'm there, whenever I have like a half a day session with them or like a full day session with them, and I'll just take out like the whiteboard and everything and just teach them some simple vocabulary. But I hope to be able to build like a small library for them so that they can always go back and then kind of practice reading, understanding, learning about English, and it just helps, you know, in terms of like in the future for them. And that's something that I would want to accomplish and do in 2018. So basically that wraps up my 2017 recap and my aspirations and hopes for 2018. Do let me know in the down bar below, what are your resolutions for 2018, and what were your best memory for 2017, as well as let me know what you think of this style of video, and the concept of putting the last year and this year into perspective just using this worksheet. I'll see if I can link the worksheet, the website to the worksheet, and then maybe you guys can you know, download it and then just do it for yourselves, because I think it's really helpful just to put things into perspective so that, you know, you give life a little bit of meaning. So yeah, so until my next video, be Trill and be Fashscious, and bye guys.